You need to leave.
Good to have you by my side, friend. Reliable people around.
You're not supposed to be here.
Don't think you can barter with me like one of those damned shopkeepers.
knows you well. Eyes open, and walk with the shadows. Going well at the guild. Gallus, Mercer, the Trinity disbanded indirectly. The Nightingales protect the Temple of Nocturnal, a place known as the Twilight Sepulchre.
May the gods watch over. And it looks undamaged. They'll be pleased, I'm sure. And we're pleased with their money.
You've been a good friend to me. That means... Let's not waste any time. We've stopped. What is it? Let's go.
Next time.
Let's get going. I'm heading home if you need me. Vilkas said you're the new Kodlak. I don't know what that means, but you seem honorable, so that's good. The Rift is seeing a lot of trouble from some riffraff. We need to head in and break them up. Nothing but a bunch of lonely bandits. Cowards who will take little effort. I knew you could be counted on. Do what must be done.
Now ain't this? We're off. the future. Searching for more. Elven supremacy is the only truth.
Beating me like. Can't stand this hunger gnawing at me.
Just getting jumpy, I guess.
was hoping to feed.
than you.
Die!
You look awful. Better not get me sick. My family thanks you. Take this as a token of our gratitude.
Mind what you say. The Empire has ears all over this town.
Good to see you. Finally, someone useful is around. Come and see me again sometime.
I know you had some part in Sinding's escape. Don't deny it. Psst. Hey, I know who you are. Here's Siddis.
I'm afraid I don't have a primary contract for you yet.
Need something? What do you want, beef roast? Look, if you're trying to get to know me, don't. I don't like you, and I never will. It's nothing personal, but my wife trusts you, and I trust her judgment, so you can't be all bad. Here's all you need to know. I'm a werewolf. I like killing things. I love Astrid. I hate annoying people, and the color blue gives me a headache. Kill well and often.
I serve Astrid and this sanctuary. Life is simple and good, brother.
New brother, may I offer my most sincere welcome to our family. You certainly have a strange energy about you. I look forward to following your progress. What a curious question. Well, I enjoy moonlit nights, taking long walks on the beach, knitting, and unicorns. In fact, I once took a seaside stroll on a moonlit night and discovered a unicorn, which I proceeded to stab in the throat with a crochet needle. I'm a woman of refined yet simple tastes. Darkness guide you.
Need something? Nobody ever expects a fireball from the darkened corner.
Does death not come to us all? Is it not a certainty? I am therefore honored to be Doom's herald, to play some part in a being's inevitable end.
Don't take offense to the nicknames, morsel. I'm a werewolf. Hard not to think of you as a snack.
So you're the newest member of our dwindling, dysfunctional little family. I've heard quite a bit about you.
I bet you could slay one of those mean old dragons. I bet you could do anything.
Vilkas said you're the new Kodlak. I expected no less of you. And once again, you have not disappointed. Travelers have been coming to Whiterun. I've heard of them, but didn't think they were real. You are a very brave man. Well, that's one way to find out if they're real. I even know where we might find one. I never would have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. Now that was a battle. Thank you, Harbinger. We bring honor to the companions. You go if you want to. Otherwise, Vilkas would just say I was making it up.
Dremyolok, greetings. The Blades are wise not to trust me. Onikan Niov. I would not trust another Dova. Dov Walan Farel. We were made to dominate. The will to power is in our blood. You feel it in yourself, do you not? I can be trusted. I know this, but they do not. Onikan Niov Dova. It is always wise to mistrust a Dova. I have overcome my nature only through meditation and long study of the way of the voice. No day goes by where I am not tempted to return to my inborn nature. Zimgriforvut se sulyech. What is better, to be born good or to overcome your evil nature through great effort? Sum arc mora.
Your training proceeds well, Dragonborn. Now you see why I've warned you against them bloodthirsty barbarians. Yes, but understand, during the days of Alduin's rule, all dragons were his allies. There was nothing else they could be. If not for Paarthurnax, Alduin could not have been overthrown. It was he that first taught men to use the Thu'um. The same could be said for any of us, could it not? Are you so guiltless as to stand in judgment upon Paarthurnax? Listen to your inner voice before acting. Do not allow the Blades to bully you into something you will later regret. After all, repentance is something you deny to Paarthurnax by meting out your so-called justice. Yes. If not for Paarthurnax, Alduin could not have been overthrown. It was he that first... Ah, you're learning, Dragonborn. Doing nothing can be the wisest choice, although strangely often the most difficult. I trust that you will make the right choice in the end. Listen to the voice that Kinnereth has placed within you, and your path will be clear. Sky above, voice within. Sky, God. There is only silence right now. Perhaps later we will hear one of the lost books. Breath and focus. Time! Be gone! Wind, guide you. Yes, but understand, during the days of Alduin's rule, all dragons were his allies. There was nothing else they could be. If not for Paarthurnax, Alduin could not have been overthrown. It was he that first taught men to use the Thu'um. Kinnereth has placed the voice of wisdom within you, Dragonborn. All you need do is learn to listen to it, and your path will be clear. You misunderstand our authority. The Greybeards have never involved themselves in political affairs. I see. The dragon will lead you to Alduin, but without the Jarl's help. Paarthurnax has made the decision to help you. This is the road we have to walk. Even the Greybeards must bend to the winds of change, it seems. So be it. Tell Ulfric and General Tullius that the Greybeards wish to speak to them. We will see if they still remember us. Deliver the message to the warring parties. If they will listen, I will do what I can to bring them to terms. Sky, guard you.
Damn the Jarls.
They demand the moot.
And damn the moot! We should risk letting those milk drinkers put Toryg's women on the
If you
throne?
have any news of the West, the Jarl has put out a bounty on some bandits. Here, take a look at this.
All the more reason, then.
Yes, make it quick. I'm a busy man. It's about time they turned their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland. What do they want? I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course, and the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there. I can't agree to any peace council until I know Tullius will be there. The other Jarls could take that as a sign of weakness. You're right. Let Tullius be the one to insult the Greybeards by refusing their summons. Show up these Imperials for the foreigners they really are. Yes, I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs. The crown.
What is it? Dragons?
You look a bit peaked. You sure you shouldn't be home in bed?
I don't abide fancy clothes, but you look like you might. I hear Radiant Raiments has a large selection.
If Ulfric gets his hand on that crown, it won't be a fairy tale. It'll be a problem.
Don't you Nords put any stock in your own traditions? I thought the Moot chose the king.
Changed your mind? Decided you wanted to soldier for the Empire after all. Consider this. We're backing Elisif. When the Moot meets, they'll do the sensible thing.
Not everyone's agreed.
Watch yourself.
You've been here. Something to report?
So
I'll take
what?
my leave.
Ulfric gets this crown and then suddenly he's High King?
As you were.
Oh.
Imagine blowing up an entire town.
And damn the Moot. We should risk letting those milk drinkers put Torix. Yes, make it quick. It's about time they turn. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there. I'll do it. The World Eater of song and legend. If that's true, well, it changes the situation, doesn't it? Even Tullius may be forced to talk sense in the face of such a threat. Yes, I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs.
The more reason, then. The crown would legitimize your claim.
The Dunmerkin.
May the gods watch over your battle, friend.
I'm telling you, I heard it. Howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
If Ulfric gets his
Citizen,
hand on that crown,
good
it
to
won't
have you
be
by
a
my
fairy
side,
tale.
friend.
It'll be
I
a
need
problem.
reliable people around.
Don't you Nords put...
Changed your mind? Decided you wanted to... Consider... We're backing Elisif. Consider this.
Not everyone's
What
agreed.
greater glory
Keep an
than
eye
to
out
serve
for
the
trouble.
Emperor and
It's
his
only a matter of
citizens
time.
Skyrim.
Something to
In
report?
these days...
So
All right, then.
Ulfric gets this crown and then suddenly he's High King?
No, it's not as simple as that. But the jagged crown would be a potent symbol for his cause to rally around. But if we found it first...
And we gave it to Elisif.
In the absence of the moot, it would further legitimize her claim.
Perhaps. I'm entrusting you with what resources I can spare. But I'm warning you, if this turns out to be a waste of time and men...
It won't be a waste.
Make sure you take the auxiliary here. You can send him back when you get there and find nothing but old bones and cobwebs.
The Stonefist's no fool. He's found the crown, but we'll get to it first.
Changed your mind? Decided you wanted to soldier for the Empire after... I see. Consider this. What greater glory than to serve the Emperor and his citizens here in Skyrim, in these days of greatest need?
The Stonefist's no fool. He's found the crown, but we'll get to it first.
Controlling the Pale gives Ulfric a port town and takes the pressure off of Windhelm. But it's only a matter of time before it's back in our hands. Changed your mind? Decided you wanted...
Sir,
consider this.
half of the orders
What
appear to
greater
be
glory
missing.
than to serve the Emperor? That is correct. Those orders have been delivered by special courier. I can't trust some of our normal distribution channels.
Something to report? The General and I have our disagreements, but he's the best hope for both the Empire and Skyrim.
Changed your mind? Consider this. What greater glory than to serve the Emperor and his citizens here in Skyrim, in these days of greatest need? Well then, repeat. Upon my honor, I do swear undying loyalty to the Emperor, Titus, and unwavering May those above judge me, and those below take me, if I fail in my duty. Long live the Emperor. Welcome to... Just remember, we take care of our own. Once you're in the... Speak to Behrend. He's normally out by the fort. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Legate Ricka has a special assignment for you. We need the rift. We need to regain control of it before we can march on Windhelm without worry about our rear guard. The Greybeards. What do those old hermits want with me? Why, there's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor. They are getting to be a problem, but I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that, dragons or no dragons. Has he? I suppose he doesn't want to miss a chance to bluster about the Empire's many crimes. He's probably hoping I'll refuse so he can blame the Empire for being unreasonable. I think I'll have to disappoint him yet again. Yes, fine, I'll come to this Greybeard Council. For all the good it will do.
Destruction magic's fine. Just don't go burning... any buildings.
Now ain't this a surprise?
You picked a bad time to get lost. Friend.
Looks like we got ourselves a hero.
Vigilants never know when to give up. I thought we'd taught them enough of a lesson at their hall.
To come in here alone. A fool like all the rest of them.
He fought well there. Jedon less often no match for him.
Ha! Those two deserve what they got. Their arrogance had become insufferable.
All this talk is making me thirsty. Perhaps another vigilant will wander in soon.
Loki will bring up. I have a mind to return to the castle and tell Harkon what a fool he's entrusted this mission to.
I have half a mind to tell Loki of your disloyalty.
You wouldn't dare. Shut up and keep on watch.
You must be one of those wizards. Blessings of the Eight Divines upon you. How may I help? The strong and honorable always carry the blessing.
As High Priest of the Eight Divines, I bid you welcome.
I'm Begone! Ah! Yeah!
Never know when to give up. I thought we'd taught them enough of the lesson at their hall.
To come in here alone, a fool like all the rest of them.
He fought well. Jedon will less off than no match for him.
Ha! Those two deserved what they got. Their arrogance had become insufferable.
Oh, this talk is making me thirsty. Perhaps another vigilant will wander in soon.
I wish Loki would hurry it up. I had half a mind to return to the castle and tell Harkon what a fool he's entrusted this mission to.
I have half a mind to tell the villain your disloyalty.
You wouldn't dare. Now shut up and keep on watch.
I'll never tell you anything, vampire. My oath to Stendar is stronger than any suffering you can inflict on me.
I believe.
I'll never tell you anything, vampire. My oath to Stendar is stronger than any suffering you can inflict on me.
I believe you, Vigil. And I don't think you even know what you found here.
Are you sure that was wise, Lokio? He still might have told us something. We haven't gotten anywhere ourselves with
nothing. He served his purpose by leading us to this place. Now, it is up to us to bring Harkon the prize. And we will not return without it. Vingalmo and Orthiov make way for me after this.
Yes, of course, Lokio. Do not forget who brought you news of the Vigilance discovery.
I never forget who my friends are. Or my enemies.
What was that?
Who sent you here? I was expecting someone... like me, at least. Vampire. Yes. Not fond of vampires, are they? Well, look. Kill me, you've killed one vampire. But if people are after me, there's something bigger going on. I can help you find out what that is. My family used to live on an island to the west of Solitude. I would guess they still do. By the way, my name is Serana. Good to meet you. Your guess is as good as mine. This place looks pretty different from when I was locked away. Good question. Hard to say. I can't really tell. I feel like it was a long time. Who is Skyrim's High King? Oh, wonderful. A war of succession. Good to know the world didn't get boring while I was gone. Who are the contenders? Empire? What empire? Cyrodiil is the seat of an empire? I must have been gone longer than I thought. Definitely longer than we planned. Please, let's hurry. I need to get home so I can figure out what's happened. I'd rather not get into that with you, if that's all right. I'm sorry, it's not that... It's just that I don't know who I can trust yet. Let's get to my home, and I'll have a better sense of where we all stand. Yes, it is. And it's mine. It's complicated. I can't really talk about it. I'm sorry. It's on an island near Solitude. Hopefully we can find a boat to take us there. It's my family home. Not the most welcoming place, but depending on who's around, I'll be safe there. My father and I don't really get along. Ugh, saying it out loud makes it sound so... common. Little girl who doesn't get along with her father. Read that story 100 times. Definitely not going to find our way out from here. Do you know what you're doing?
This is an ode to Skyrim's truest sons and daughters, the Stormcloaks.
What do you need? Farewell.
Now ain't... Is someone there? Like I'm supposed to figure out which college he meant.
Gotta start keeping a knife in my boot.
Need me some school. Imported stuff. Just one last time. Is someone there?
No sign of him.
Pay off my bounty this time. Walk into the city of...
What was that?
What was that?
I'm Tika!
vigilance never know when to give up. We'd taught them another lesson if they're whole.
A fool like all the rest of them.
He fought well then. Jet on and press off when no match for him.
Ha! Those two deserved what they got. Their arrogance had become insufferable.
Oh, this talk is making me thirsty. Perhaps another vigilant will wander in soon.
If Loki would hurry it up, I have half a mind to be what a fool he's entrusted this mission to.
I'll never tell you anything, vampire. I oath to Stendar, stronger than any...
Are you sure that was wise, Lokil? He still might have told us something. We haven't gotten anywhere ourselves with nothing.
He served his purpose by leading us to this place. Now it is up to us to bring Harkon the prize. And we will not return without it. Ringaldo and
Yes, of course. Do not forget who brought you news of the Vigilance discovery.
I never forget who my friends are. Or my enemies.
sent you here? I was expecting someone from my family. I don't recognize you. Are you one of my father's little acolytes? He's a very powerful man. Or he was at one point. I'm surprised another vampire hasn't heard of him. You think I can't tell my own kind? I smelled you almost before my eyes were open. That's complicated. And I'm not totally sure if I can trust you. But if you want to know the whole story, help me get back to my family's home. My family used to live on an island to the west of Solitude. I would guess they still do. By the way, my name is Serana. Good to meet you. Your guess is as good as mine. This place looks pretty different from when I was locked away. Good question. Hard to say. I can't really tell. I feel like it was a long time. Who is Skyrim's High King? Oh, wonderful. A war of succession. Good to know the world didn't get boring while I was gone. Who are the contenders? Empire? What empire? Cyrodiil is the seat of an empire? I must have been gone longer than I thought. Definitely longer than we planned. Please, let's hurry. I need to get home so I can figure out what's happened. I'd rather not get into that with you, if that's all right. I'm sorry, it's not that... It's just that I don't know who I can trust yet. Let's get to my home, and I'll have a better sense of where we all stand. Yes, it is. And it's mine. It's complicated. I can't really talk about it. I'm sorry. It's on an island near Solitude. Hopefully we can find a boat to take us there. It's my family home. Not the most welcoming place, but depending on who's around, I'll be safe there. My father and I don't really get along. Ugh, saying it out loud makes it sound so... common. Little girl who doesn't get along with her father. Read that story 100 times. This feels like the right way. I was starting to worry. Something's not right here. Be careful. I think we may be in for some trouble. I knew I heard something. Done and done. Who's there? Show me. So good to breathe again. Even in this weather, it's better than the cave. Oh, what is it? Hey, so, before we go in there, I wanted to thank you for getting me this far. But after we get in there, I'm going to go my own way for a while. I think I just need to be alone for a while. There's a lot of feelings wrapped up in this old place, and I don't think you're quite ready for them. So let me take the lead in there.
Lady Serrana's back. Open the gate.
So, this is the place. This is it. Home sweet castle. I didn't want you to think I was one of those, you know, the women who just sit in their castle all day. I don't know. Coming from a place like this, well, it's not really me. I hope you can believe that.
I watched the gate. Ain't much else to tell.
How dare you trespass here? Wait, Serrana? Is that truly you? I cannot believe my eyes. sword, everyone! Serana has returned!
I guess I'm expected.
I can't believe it. My long-lost daughter returns at last. I trust you have my Elder Scroll.
After all these years, that's the first thing you ask me? Yes, I have the scroll.
Of course, I'm delighted to see you, my daughter. Must I really say the words aloud? Ah, if only your traitor mother were here. I would let her watch this reunion before putting her head on a spike. Now tell me, who is this stranger you have brought into our hall?
This is my savior, the one who freed me.
For my daughter's safe return, you have my gratitude. Tell me, what is your name? I am Harkon, Lord of this court. By now, my daughter would have told you what we are. Not just vampires. We are among the oldest and most powerful vampires in Skyrim. For centuries we lived here, far from the cares of the world. All that ended when my wife betrayed me and stole away that which I valued most. You have done me a great service, and now you must be rewarded. There is but one gift I can give that is equal in value to the Elder Scroll and my daughter. I offer you my blood. Take it and you will walk as a lion among sheep. Men will tremble at your approach, and you will never fear death again. You contracted a disease, perhaps, but you are no true vampire. Accept my gift, and I promise that you will learn the difference. Refuse me, and I will banish you from this castle. I will spare your life this once, but after that, you are prey. Perhaps you still need convincing. Behold the power! This is the power that I offer. Now, make your choice. Be still. Awake at last. Good. The power is growing within you, and now you must learn to wield it. My blood is potent. At first the body is overwhelmed by it. After my bite, you collapsed and fell into a slumber. Now your flesh has acclimated to the new blood that courses through your veins. I assure you, no harm was done. In truth, your strength surprises me. Not all mortals can withstand my embrace. A shrine to Molag Bal, the mighty Daedra prince who is father to all our kind. Our power is a blessing from him. It is he who first bestowed the gift of the ancient blood upon me. In an age long forgotten to history, I ruled as a mighty king. My domain was vast, my riches endless, and my power infinite. And yet, as my mortal life neared an end, I faced a seemingly invincible enemy. My own mortality. I pledged myself to Molag Bal, and in his name I sacrificed 1,000 innocents. In reward, he gave everlasting life to myself, my wife, and my daughter, and so I have defeated mortality itself. With my guidance, you will become a deadly instrument, striking terror into the hearts of mortals wherever you tread. Now listen to my words, and do as I instruct. The true power of the ancient blood is found in the form of the Vampire Lord. Assume the mantle of the Vampire Lord, and we will continue. In this form, you can drain the life from your foes with your right hand. With your left hand, you can wield the power of blood magic to raise the dead. You can also call upon the powers of night to turn into a swarm of bats and reappear some distance away. Should you run out of magicka, you can descend to the ground and fight as the beasts do. Do so now, and we will continue. Good. You are weaker while on the ground, because you cannot access the blood magic. However, the night powers are still yours to command, and your claws are still formidable weapons. Over time, your powers will grow in strength, and you will find new ways to use your gifts. There is much to learn, but if you master the powers of the Vampire Lord, few enemies will be able to stand against you. There is one last thing you must know. Slaying mortal men with your life drain grants you new night powers and blood magic. I keep a stable of thralls in the castle should you need to feed like the baser vampires to stave off the sun. That is all I have to teach you. If you wish to be reminded of these lessons, you need only ask. I have a task that will test your new powers. But first, do you have any questions? As a vampire, you will gain new powers, but also a weakness to sunlight. With each passing day that you do not feed, that weakness will become more deadly, but your powers will also become stronger. Feed upon those who are sleeping, and your vulnerability to sunlight will diminish along with your powers. Good. Go and speak to Garen Marethi. Tell him it is time. He will understand.
Please. No more. Why me?
You're new here, so I'll explain this once. You feed from the thralls as much as you like. You kill them, and I'll split you in half. All over Skyrim. It's my job to collect them. I try and keep something for everyone. For every taste, I mean. Sometimes you get one who comes willingly, but most have to be convinced to join us here. Mm-hmm.
Where am I? What's happening? What's happening? Please, no more.
Don't get in my way, and I won't tear your arms off. Simple, isn't it? Another elf, I see. I'm sure Velgalmor is sizing you up as we speak, trying to figure if you're friend or foe. He'll tell you what a monster I am, that I can't be trusted. You mark my words, it's him you need to worry about. If it'll get him closer to being in charge, he'll slit your throat without a moment's thought. No, and if you're smart, you won't either. I know he's one of your kind and all, but he's only looking out for himself. You think you're best of friends, until you find his fangs in your neck.
Until next time.
Life here is better than you could find anywhere in Skyrim. You'll be a welcome addition to the court, I'm sure. If I may, let me offer you a piece of advice. Be careful who you trust. Not all of us have the court's best interests at heart. Orthiolf, for example. He'll tell you he means well, but believe me, he can't be trusted at all. Keep that in mind, will you? He claims to serve loyally, but he really covets the throne. He sees himself in charge someday. His ambition will justify any actions. Put your faith in him, and you will regret it, I promise you. May mortals quake at your approach.
Bother someone else.
I have everything I need right here. I leave politics to others. I serve the lord of the castle. Leave me in peace. Leave me in peace.
Mind yourself. Mind yourself.
Life here has many advantages, don't you agree? Politics bore me terribly, but they're a fact of life here. You'd be surprised what people leave behind when you burn their village to the ground. follow your...
I hope you find life in the castle to be to your liking. Whatever is required. I'm happy to do whatever is asked of me. I only wish to be useful. Often I take on tasks that Garen or Farron find distasteful, or beneath them. If I can remain useful, those above me will see fit to keep me here. I've scrounged up a few things. Here, please, take a look. Good hunting.
Living here, I have access to magic I couldn't possibly imagine before.
I am above the petty squabbles here. I have lived for far too long to be bothered with them. I saw more than enough political maneuvering in my time in House Dress. I was tired of it then, and I'm tired of it now. Lord Harkon, remember your place. Now what is our Lord's wish? Well, well. He wants the chalice then. You've heard of the Bloodstone Chalice? It is a rather well-kept secret. The chalice has been in Lord Harkon's possession for quite some time now. It is, when used properly, able to increase the potency of our powers. He has neglected using it for ages. If he wants it filled now, then grander things are afoot. This is good. Follow me. I'll take you to it. Lord Harkon has never cared to use the chalice, relying on his more than adequate powers until now. This is an intriguing change.
Bother someone else.
Excuse us. I need to fetch the Bloodstone.
New blood, eh? Let's get something very clear. I don't care about politics. You want to fight over the throne with the rest of them, go right ahead. I feed when I'm hungry, I sleep when I'm tired, and I kill whenever I'm in the mood. Those are the things that are important to me. Simple. He says kill, I kill. Sometimes he doesn't even have to say it. Feed well.
Can you feel it? You're now so much more than you were before. Time was I could barely hold my own in the companions. Now I could slaughter them all without a second thought. And I'm not half the vampire Lord Harkon is. Truth is, I'm better with a forge than I am with claws or fangs. I was. Didn't progress very far. Never did care for their attitude, acting like they're better than everyone else. But none of that matters now. A little extra protection never hurts. All right then.
Now, this chalice needs to be filled directly from the blood spring that is the source of Redwater Den. But that's not enough. Once that's done, the blood of a powerful vampire needs to be added to it. Keep in mind that Redwater Den has fallen into, well, let's just say less reputable members of society now dwell there. It's your choice whether to attempt to deal with them or force your way through. Hurry back. You don't want to keep Lord Harkon waiting.
go.
You're welcome here. As long as you don't overfeed on the thralls.
I have kept my end of the bargain. I sense the power of the ancient blood in your veins. It has made you strong. You have earned my trust, so I will share what I can. Her name was Valerica. She has been gone for so long now, I can only assume she has left this world one way or another. I will say only that we did not part on good terms. What else do you want to know? Sarana and her mother disappeared long ago. I commanded every vampire in the court to look for them, but after centuries of searching without success, I lost hope. In my heart, I know that it was my wife, Valerica, who took my beloved daughter away from me. If I ever see her again, she will pay most dearly for that betrayal. What else do you want to know? Do not forget the price of your new power. I expect your complete obedience.
Life here is better than you could find anywhere in Skyrim.
I'm a loyal servant of the Lord of the Castle, and nothing more.
Mind yourself.
It is an honor to serve Harkon, is it not?
Bother someone else.
Don't get in my way, and I won't tear your arms off. Simple,
Bother someone else.
What now? Yes? Do you need something? Oh, what is it?
Life here is better than you could find anywhere in Skyrim.
I have everything I need right here.
Yes?